Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Thursday, August 13th. Today we got one item here on the economic calendar. As you can see here, it's the initial jobless claims that we get every Thursday. So last week we had a 1.19 million people apply for unemployment. Forecast was calling for 1.08, and it dipped under a million for the first time in several months to 963,000, which is obviously very good news. So hopefully it keeps us on track to keep that lowered. So previously we were in like the 210, 220 range, then jumped way over a million, and now we're just broke finally under a million for the first time since the pandemic broke out. Let's check over on the headline news. Stocks are a bit mixed this morning. The Dow was a lone index in negative territory. Last night there was a move by the FHFA that basically put a tax that many will call a tax, even though they're not going to call it tax, but most basically on refinances. So effective immediately, they are going to go ahead and put a 0.5 point cost on any refinances on Fannie or Freddie loans out there. So this won't affect purchase transactions with conventional financing, nor will affect the government loans like your VA, FHA, USDA, or even jumbos. This is only going to affect the Fannie and Freddie conventional loans on a refinance. So, unfortunately, this is going to. So if you're in a refinance transaction, have not locked in yet, this kind of was a surprise move, and basically are now going to get hit with another 0.5 point fee adjustment to your refinance in there. So just to give a heads up, very disappointing. I think the industry as a whole is kind of disgusted by it, but as a unfortunately this gets passed on to the consumer. Now, I don't think they were looking to hit the consumer. I think they were trying to hit the lenders, but in this case, as history teaches us, it basically gets passed on to the consumer. So unfortunately, this is not great news. Let's move on, see how the bond market's doing today in mortgage rates. We are currently up 105 basis points, but we were up much higher. So those who priced out earlier, especially on the East Coast, probably had a little better pricing, and then probably, unfortunately, are repricing for the worse as it lowered. So as you can see, we started way up here, way above the 103.21 range, and now we're down to about 103.05. So we're about 5 basis points, and fell right below the 25-day moving average right now. So we were on that trajectory and had a pretty big gap here, so now we're closing that out here. But we'll see if this is going to be a continued trend as we see that new tax coming in. And then, of course, we're looking at these, as I mentioned yesterday, the auctions are going on this week regards to mortgage-backed securities, treasuries, and such. And with the oversupply, it's also what's kind of part of the reasons why we're seeing a decrease in the mortgage-backed securities, the value of it going down as yields rise. So speaking of such, let's take a look at the yields. Here's yields. It's stuck right now in between its next ceiling of resistance and the 100-day moving average. It stayed basically at the 100-day moving average, worked its way up, tested, and has since pulled back a little bit. It even tested its floor of support all the way down to, as you can see here, the red line. Barely see that, which is the 50-day moving average. So it kind of tested both ways. So we're getting some uncertainty, as you can see the wicks on both sides here. That's what that indicates, that it could be going different directions. But right now we're at about 0.68% on yields currently. So that pretty much wraps up for the day. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'm going to just stay tuned, and I'll leave a link on mortgage information. Some links to it where you can get different programs and different things on mortgage-related topics, as well as if you want to reach out to me, you can have my contact information on that website. You can go ahead and log into. I'll also put the link into the description below. You guys have a great rest of the day. Thanks so much for watching. Look forward to see you tomorrow's video. Bye-bye.